15 best paying jobs you can do from home. Hello and welcome to our channel, MT. In today's video, we are going to talk about something many people dream of: working from home and making a lot of money. The idea of ditching the morning commute and working in your pajamas is very appealing, and for many, it has become a reality. We are going to explore 15 of the best paying jobs that you can do from the comfort of your own home. These are real jobs that can bring in a serious income. Before we dive in, I have a quick question for you. What is the one thing you would love most about working from home? Let me know your answer in the comments below. Now, let's get into the first job on our list, a medical director. This is a very important job in the world of medicine. A medical director is basically the boss of the doctors and other healthcare workers in a hospital, clinic, or other healthcare place. They are usually very experienced doctors themselves. Their main job is to make sure that all the patients are getting the best possible care. They set the rules and standards for how things should be done. They also hire and train other doctors, and they are in charge of the budget. So they have to be good with money too. A big part of their job is also to make sure that the hospital or clinic is following all the laws and regulations. It is a job with a lot of responsibility. You might be wondering how a medical director can work from home. Well, a lot of their work is administrative. This means they spend a lot of time on the computer, in meetings, and on the phone. Thanks to technology, a lot of these tasks can be done remotely. They can have video meetings with their staff, they can review patient files online, and they can manage budgets using special software. Of course, they might need to go into the office or hospital sometimes, but a large part of their work can be done from a home office. This gives them a lot of flexibility. Because this is such a high-level job, it pays very well. We are talking about an average salary that can be anywhere from $200,000 to over $300,000 a year. To become a medical director, you first need to become a doctor. This means going to medical school, which takes many years of study. After that, you need to get a lot of experience working as a doctor. Usually, you also need to have some experience in a leadership role. Next on our list is a psychiatrist. A psychiatrist is a medical doctor who helps people with their mental health. They can diagnose and treat mental illnesses like depression, anxiety, and schizophrenia. Because they are medical doctors, they can also prescribe medication to their patients. This is what makes them different from psychologists, who usually provide therapy but cannot prescribe medicine. A psychiatrist will talk to their patients to understand what they are going through. They will listen to their problems and help them find ways to cope. They might use different kinds of therapy, like talk therapy, or they might recommend medication. The goal is always to help the person feel better and live a more fulfilling life. With the rise of telemedicine, more and more psychiatrists are able to work from home. They can have sessions with their patients over video calls. This is very convenient for both the psychiatrist and the patient. Patients can get the help they need without having to leave their homes. This is especially helpful for people who live in remote areas or who have difficulty traveling. For the psychiatrist, working from home means more flexibility and less time spent commuting. To become a psychiatrist, you need to go to medical school first. After that, you have to do a special training program in psychiatry, which usually takes about 4 years. It is a long road, but it can be a very rewarding career. In terms of salary, psychiatrists are among the highest paid medical professionals. A psychiatrist working remotely can expect to make a very good living, often with a salary well over $200,000 a year. The demand for mental health services is growing, so it is a field with a lot of job security. Let's move on to our third job, a software development manager. In today's world, software is everywhere. It is on our phones, our computers, and even in our cars. A software development manager is the person in charge of a team of people who create this software. They are like the captain of a ship. They guide the team and make sure that everyone is working together to create a great product. Their job involves a lot of planning. They have to decide what features the software should have, how long it will take to build, and how much it will cost. They also have to manage the people on their team. This means hiring new developers, providing them with training, and making sure that they are happy and productive. A software development manager needs to have a good understanding of technology. Most of them start out as software developers themselves, so they know how to write code. But their job is more about managing people and projects than it is about coding. They need to be good leaders and good communicators. A big part of their job is also to talk to other departments in the company, like marketing and sales, to make sure that the software they are building is what the customers want. A lot of software development teams are now working remotely, so it makes sense that their managers can also work from home. They can use online tools to manage their projects and to communicate with their team members. As for the salary, this is a very well-paid job. A software development manager can easily make over $150,000 a year, and with experience, this can go up to over $200,000. To get this job, you usually need a bachelor's degree in computer science or a related field. You also need several years of experience as a software developer and some experience in a leadership role. The fourth job on our list is a director of engineering. This is another high-level job in the tech industry. A director of engineering is responsible for overseeing all the engineering activities within a company. This can include software engineering, hardware engineering, or both. They are in charge of multiple teams of engineers and their managers. Think of them as the head of the entire engineering department. Their job is very strategic. They have to think about the company's long-term goals and figure out how the engineering department can help achieve them. They are involved in making big decisions about what products the company should build and what technologies they should use. They also have to manage a large budget and make sure that all the engineering projects are completed on time and within budget. Like a software development manager, a director of engineering needs to have a strong technical background. They usually have a degree in engineering or computer science and many years of experience working in the field. They also need to be excellent leaders and managers. They have to be able to motivate and inspire their teams to do their best work. Because so many tech companies have embraced remote work, it is now very possible for a director of engineering to do their job from home. They can use video conferencing to meet with their teams and other executives, and they can use project management software to keep track of everything that is going on. This is one of the highest paying jobs you can get in the tech industry. The salary for a director of engineering can be well over $200,000 a year, and in some big companies, it can be even higher. It is a very demanding job, but it comes with a lot of rewards. Number 5 is a senior machine learning engineer. Machine learning is a very exciting and fast-growing field of technology. It is a type of artificial intelligence that allows computers to learn from data without being explicitly programmed. You see machine learning in action every day when you use things like Netflix recommendations or when you talk to a virtual assistant like Siri or Alexa. A senior machine learning engineer is an expert who designs and builds these intelligent systems. They work with huge amounts of data and use complex algorithms to create models that can make predictions or decisions. For example, they might build a model that can predict which customers are likely to buy a certain product, or a model that can detect fraudulent credit card transactions. To be a senior machine learning engineer, you need to have very strong skills in computer science, mathematics, and statistics. You need to be an expert in programming languages like Python, and you need to be familiar with machine learning frameworks like TensorFlow or PyTorch. Most people in this role have a master's degree, or even a PhD in computer science or a related field. They also need to have several years of experience working on machine learning projects, because the demand for these skills is so high and there are not enough people who have them. This is a very well-paid job. A senior machine learning engineer can expect to earn a salary of around $150,000 to $200,000 a year, or even more. And since a lot of their work is done on a computer, it is a job that can easily be done from home. They can access the data and the computing power they need from anywhere in the world. Next up, at number 6, we have a corporate counsel. A corporate counsel is a lawyer who works for a specific company. They are also sometimes called in-house lawyers. Their job is to provide legal advice to the company on a wide range of issues. This can include things like negotiating contracts with other companies, making sure that the company is following all the laws and regulations, and representing the company in court if it gets sued. They are basically the company's own personal lawyer. They have to know a lot about business law, and they often specialize in a particular area, like intellectual property or employment law. They work closely with the company's executives to help them make good business decisions that will not get the company into legal trouble. To become a corporate counsel, you need to go to law school and get a law degree. After that, you need to pass the bar exam in the state where you want to practice. Most corporate counsels also have several years of experience working at a law firm before they move to an in-house position. In the past, this was a job that was almost always done from an office, but that has been changing. With technology, lawyers can now do a lot of their work remotely. They can review documents online, they can have meetings with clients over video calls, and they can even attend court hearings virtually in some cases. This has opened up a lot of opportunities for corporate counsels to work from home. In terms of salary, this is a very lucrative career. A corporate counsel can earn a salary that is typically well over $150,000 a year. Experienced corporate counsels at large companies can make much more than that. Number 7 on our list is a product manager. A product manager is like the CEO of a product. They are responsible for the success of a specific product, from the initial idea all the way to its launch and beyond. Think about your favorite app on your phone. There was a product manager who was in charge of making sure that app was created and that it is something that people want to use. Their job is to understand the needs of the customers and to come up with a vision for the product. They then work with teams of engineers, designers, and marketers to bring that vision to life. They have to make a lot of important decisions, such as what features the product should have, how it should look and feel, and how it should be priced. A product manager needs to have a wide range of skills. They need to be good at understanding data and market research. They also need to be great communicators and leaders, as they have to work with a lot of different people. Many product managers have a background in business, engineering, or design. It is a role that sits at the intersection of all these different fields. As more and more companies have remote teams, the role of the product manager has also become more remote-friendly. They can use online tools to collaborate with their teams and to gather feedback from customers. The salary for a product manager is very competitive. An experienced product manager can expect to earn a salary of around $130,000 to $180,000 a year. In big tech companies, senior product managers can make even more. The 8th job on our list is a cloud architect. In simple terms, cloud computing is like renting a very powerful computer over the internet. Instead of buying one yourself, companies use the cloud to store their data and to run their applications. A cloud architect is the person who designs the cloud environment for a company. They are like the architect who designs a house, but instead of a house, they are designing a company's entire IT infrastructure in the cloud. They have to figure out the best way to use the cloud to meet the company's needs. This includes choosing the right cloud services, designing a secure and reliable system, and making sure that it is not too expensive. To be a cloud architect, you need to be an expert in cloud technologies. You need to have a deep understanding of cloud platforms like Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, or Google Cloud. You also need to have strong skills in areas like networking, security, and data storage. Most cloud architects have a bachelor's degree in computer science or a related field, and they often have certifications in specific cloud technologies. They also need to have several years of experience working in IT. Because cloud computing is such a critical part of modern business, cloud architects are in very high demand. This means that they are very well paid. The average salary for a cloud architect is around $150,000 a year, and it can go much higher for those with a lot of experience and expertise. This is also a job that is very well suited for remote work, as they can design and manage cloud environments from anywhere with an internet connection. At number 9, we have a marketing director. A marketing director is in charge of a company's entire marketing strategy. Their main goal is to promote the company's products or services and to attract new customers. They have to come up with a plan for how the company will reach its target audience. This can involve a lot of different things, such as advertising, social media, content marketing, and public relations. They are responsible for managing the marketing team and the marketing budget. They have to make sure that all the marketing campaigns are effective and that they are bringing in a good return on investment. They also have to stay up to date with the latest marketing trends and technologies. A marketing director needs to be a very creative and strategic thinker. They also need to be good with numbers, as they have to be able to analyze data to see what is working and what is not. Most marketing directors have a bachelor's degree in marketing, business, or a related field. They also have many years of experience working in marketing, often starting in a junior role and working their way up. In today's digital world, a lot of marketing activities can be done online. This means that a marketing director and their team can often work from home. They can use online tools to collaborate on campaigns, to track their results, and to communicate with each other. A marketing director can earn a very good salary. The average salary is typically in the range of $140,000 to $190,000 a year, but it can be much higher at large companies. The 10th job on our list is a user experience UX researcher. Have you ever used a website or an app that was really easy and enjoyable to use? That is because a lot of thought went into its design, and a big part of that is thanks to UX researchers. A UX researcher's job is to understand the needs and behaviors of the people who use a product. They want to find out what users like, what they dislike, and what problems they have when they are using a product. To do this, they use a variety of research methods, such as interviews, surveys, and usability testing. In a usability test, they might watch someone use a website or an app to see where they get stuck or confused. The goal is to gather insights that can be used to make the product better and more user-friendly. A UX researcher needs to be very curious and empathetic. They need to be able to put themselves in the shoes of the user. They also need to have strong analytical skills to be able to make sense of all the data they collect. Many UX researchers have a background in fields like psychology, sociology, or human-computer interaction. A bachelor's degree is usually required, and some may have a master's degree. As for the salary, it is a well-paid job. A UX researcher can expect to earn an average salary of around $120,000 to $150,000 a year. And because a lot of their research can be done online, it is a job that offers a lot of flexibility for remote work. They can conduct interviews and usability tests over video calls, and they can analyze data from their home office. Coming in at number 11 is a senior data scientist. We live in a world that is full of data. Every time you use your phone, buy something online, or even watch a movie, you are creating data. A senior data scientist is an expert who can take all of that messy data and turn it into valuable insights. They use their skills in math, statistics, and computer science to find patterns and trends in data. For example, a data scientist at a retail company might analyze customer data to figure out what products they are most likely to buy next. Or a data scientist at a healthcare company might analyze medical data to help doctors make better diagnoses. They are like detectives who solve problems using data. To become a senior data scientist, you need to have a very strong quantitative background. Most senior data scientists have a master's degree or a PhD in a field like statistics, computer science, or mathematics. They need to be proficient in programming languages like Python or R, and they need to be experts in data analysis and machine learning. Because these skills are so rare and in such high demand, this is a very high-paying job. A senior data scientist can easily earn a salary of over $150,000 a year. And since all of their work is done on a computer, it is a perfect job for working remotely. Number 12 is a senior IT project manager. An IT project is a temporary effort to create a new technology product or service. This could be anything from developing a new mobile app to upgrading a company's entire computer network. A senior IT project manager is the person who is in charge of making sure that these projects are completed successfully. They are responsible for planning the project, managing the budget and the schedule, and leading the project team. They have to make sure that everyone on the team knows what they are supposed to be doing and that they have everything they need to do their job. They also have to communicate with the project's stakeholders, such as the company's executives, to keep them updated on the project's progress. A senior IT project manager needs to be very organized and detail-oriented. They also need to be excellent communicators and leaders. They need to have a good understanding of technology, but their main focus is on managing projects and people. Most senior IT project managers have a bachelor's degree in a field like computer science or business. Many of them also have a project management certification, such as the PMP. They also need to have several years of experience managing IT projects. With the right experience and qualifications, a senior IT project manager can earn a very good salary, often in the range of $120,000 to $160,000 a year. And since many IT teams are now distributed, it is a role that can often be done from home. Next, at number 13, we have a psychologist. A psychologist is a professional who studies the human mind and behavior. They help people understand and cope with their thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. There are many different types of psychologists. Some are clinical psychologists who diagnose and treat mental, emotional, and behavioral disorders. Others are counseling psychologists who help people deal with everyday life problems. There are also school psychologists who work with students and industrial organizational psychologists who work with businesses. The main tool that psychologists use is therapy, which is also known as talk therapy. They talk to their clients to help them identify and work through their problems. To become a psychologist, you usually need a doctoral degree, which is a PhD or a PsyD. This takes many years of study. You also need to be licensed in the state where you practice. In the past, therapy was almost always done in person, but now, with the internet, online therapy has become very popular. This means that many psychologists can now work from home. They can have therapy sessions with their clients over video calls. This is very convenient for both the psychologist and the client. The salary for a psychologist can vary depending on their specialty and where they work. However, it is generally a well-paid profession. A licensed psychologist can earn an average salary of around $80,000 to $130,000 a year, and those with their own private practice can earn even more. Number 14 is a senior financial analyst. A senior financial analyst is a numbers person. They work for a company and help it make smart financial decisions. Their job is to analyze financial data to see how the company is performing. They look at things like sales, profits, and expenses. They then use this information to create financial models and forecasts. These forecasts help the company's leaders make important decisions, such as whether to invest in a new project or how to price a new product. They also help the company prepare its financial reports and budgets. A senior financial analyst needs to be very good with numbers and have strong analytical skills. To get this job, you usually need a bachelor's degree in finance, accounting, or a related field. Many senior financial analysts also have a master's degree or a professional certification, such as the Chartered Financial Analyst, CFA designation. They also need to have several years of experience working in finance. The salary for a senior financial analyst is very good. They can typically earn between $90,000 and $130,000 a year, and with experience, they can earn even more. And because a lot of their work involves analyzing data on a computer, it is a job that can often be done from home. Finally, at number 15, we have a technical writer. A technical writer is a professional writer who creates documents that explain complex technical information in a way that is easy to understand. They write things like instruction manuals, user guides, and online help articles. For example, when you buy a new piece of software, the help documentation that you read was likely written by a technical writer. They work with engineers, scientists, and other technical experts to understand the information that needs to be communicated. They then translate that information into clear and concise language that the average person can understand. They need to be excellent writers and communicators. They also need to be able to understand complex technical concepts. To become a technical writer, you usually need a bachelor's degree in English, communications, or a related field. Some technical writers have a background in a technical field, such as engineering or computer science. The salary for a technical writer is quite good. An experienced technical writer can earn a salary of around $70,000 to $100,000 a year or more. And since most of their work is done on a computer, it is a great job for working from home. So there you have it, 15 of the best paying jobs that you can do from home. As you can see, there are a lot of different options out there, from jobs in tech and healthcare to jobs in finance and marketing. Many of these jobs require a lot of education and experience, but they also offer the potential for a very high salary and the flexibility of working from home. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel, MT, for more content like this. We'll see you in the next video.